Hey, man, who's that cat coming down the street?
I don't know, but it sounds to me like that gifted man with the bone.
Sure having himself a ball.
While many have heard of and watched the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters, few know of their origins. They were founded in the 1920s in Chicago, Illinois. The Globetrotters began playing as an opening act at Chicago's Savoy Ballroom. The then called Savoy Big Five split up, and with the help of manager Tommy Brookins, the remaining players were renamed the Globetrotters and went on a tour playing basketball. In 1926, Abe Saperstein took over as manager of the Globetrotters and decided to rename them the Harlem Globetrotters. Saperstein chose Harlem because it was considered to be the center of African American culture in America. The Globetrotters played their first game on January 7, 1927 in Hickney, Illinois. In their first season, the Globetrotters won 101 out of 117 of their games. The Globetrotters continued their success into the 1930s and 1940s when they beat the Chicago Bruins to win the World Basketball Championship in 1940. In the early 40s, the Globetrotters signed Reese Goose Tatum, whom the Globetrotters credit for adding the comedic element they are so famous for today. In the late 40s, the Globetrotters shocked the planet by defeating the defending world champions, the Minneapolis Lakers, not once, but twice. After beating the Lakers, Globetrotter Nathaniel Sweetwater Clifton became the first African American to sign an NBA contract. In fact, many of the first African American NBA players were at one time Globetrotters. In 1950, the Globetrotters played in front of their largest crowd ever at Olympic Stadium in Berlin, with 75,000 people in attendance. Since that trip, the Globetrotters have traveled to 124 countries and territories around the world, the most recent of which was a trip to Uzbekistan. Each year, the Globetrotters and their rival team, the Washington Generals, play over 400 shows and have entertained more than 140 million fans. The Globetrotters' goal is to be ambassadors of goodwill to the countries they travel to. They wish to serve and entertain the people in the countries they travel to, from the major cities of the Americas and Europe to the far reaches of Africa and Asia.